that you're going to remove this variable in future. The same with this. These are the rules of Rust. This one should be converted to upper camel case. For example, in this rather not say, instead of saying like this, enumerators must start with a capital letter, and because it's the rules camel case, it should have a camel, not say. And this female have to start with capital F and capital M, and you save the enumerator like this. The error will disappear. Now this one is solved by you allow the unused variables. Allow the head code. Unused variables is just in function we want to create a variable. Let me show you. If I want this function that I just want to create a variable, let variable a is equals to 10, then I save the variable. This variable is never used, but if I want to remove this error, I come here and I allow unused variable. Yeah, and you save. This one here will disappear. As you have seen, it has disappeared. So we want this function to take and print the gender of the person, and this function takes the gender of the person. And before we continue, I think there's something wrong. I have to create a folder called day 1 for week 2, and this day 1, I'll drag this and I'll drop it there. Okay, let me first cancel it. And the module I register, instead of this, I register day 1, and day 1 I create a mod.rs for day 1, mod.rs, and inside mod.rs, for anyone who is struggling to understand what we are doing here, every folder in Rust should have mod.rs. Now, if you want to create another folder for structuring or arranging your code, you have built a big system, let's say for 10 years, you have used AI tools and all these other things. There's something called code structuring so that the future self, you can understand it. And a good example, so in this folder, you have your source. This is a structure, okay? You have your source file. Here there's cargo.toml, cargolock.gitignore. The target is when you compile where it goes, and the source. Now in week 2, you have to create a mod.rs and you register it in the main. And then if you want to create another folder, you create a folder below it and then you create another mod.rs. You have to register the module that you are attaching with it, or else Rust won't take it and store it. And yeah, it's okay now. In our function, let's go back to our function. We create a function called public function take and print the gender, and we want this person to take gender, and this gender to be of gender data type, which is our enumerated gender data type. And there is a error. The type gender is more private than the item, so we have to make this public. And the error will go. Now the good thing with Rust is that you don't need an AI to help you code a lot of things, but an AI tool is very good. It helps to save time a lot. If you have this knowledge of Rust enumerators, the structs, the functions, and the variables in the entire structure, before writing a code, you say, oh, this is the system that I want to build. Okay, I want to create this, and this. Don't just vibe code without knowing what you're going to do. Even the process makes it even more fun. Imagine sitting in a laptop and you're just telling the system, hey, I want you to build a complete backend of this system. And then you don't know the progress. You don't know if you should improve. You try to tell it, hey, look at anything you can improve, and then it messes up the code. It's a long process. Then you lose the passion. Rather, you will have this knowledge and then you tell the AI, hey, I want you to create an enumerator, and this enumerator, instead of typing like this, you tell it create an enumerator and you tell it to structure the folders like this, and the AI should listen to what you're saying. You ask it questions, you speak with a lot of AI, not just one. Some of the best ones are anti-gravity, yeah, and even Codex, Casa. Yeah, I love the CLI AI tools. Okay, so I want to take the name of the user. I don't need this unused variable. This one was just for demonstrating. But I want to take the name of this I've taken. Then I'm going to match the gender. I didn't know about this. If gender is a male, print line, you're a male. If a gender is female, I print line, you're a female. And if gender is rather, not say, print line rather, no, I guess I have a typing error. Now say, okay, I didn't expect that. My thinking was like print line gender, we just say the gender, but this is a match statement. It's a good idea. It's a good. So because of structuring, I want to create here another file and I name it week2.rs. Now every content that I'm going to print, call functions, I'll call it here. So I call here public week2 main, okay, and this week2 main is going to print everything, and I forgot to add the function keyword and also allow that code, because this function I might not call it again. Now week2 main, I'll register it here, so I'll cancel all this, don't need this. So week2 main. Yeah, there's a problem. First, I've not registered this here. Public module week2. I save the file, and in my main.rs, I call week2 main. Okay. Every content of this file will be called of this function, and in this function, I want to call a function from another. Okay, there's a lot of more.rs here. I want to call this f enumerator, and to call it, as we learned the other day, you come into your main, you import using the use keyword, you start with create, then you go to week 2, then you go to day 1, then you go to the function file, then you call our function. Take and print gender. No, I don't want to call our function first. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. And in the main function, we call it like this. We say f enum, and we take f enum gender. I can say I'm a male, and I save it. Now I expect what will be printed on the screen is